Hello, welcome to Forest Horseman O'Clock. My name is George. This is my partner, Chris, and we're here to give you no information. Is the show over? Can we end the show? All right. Have a good time. Bye. Is what George would have said if he was here, because George sucks. But I'm here. Hi, Kara. I see you, Kara. George is right here. He's just a happy, round, little red bowl of juicy juice. George is not here. So I'm running the show, and he can't stop me. Maybe Smart Chris will come out. Maybe not. White bearded Chris came out. He's here. The black washed out. So, yeah. And I shaved. So it's just this massive goatee of mine. Also, time for your shipping updates. Diego is not here. That's your shipping update. So I am representing Diego. I'm representing George. Probably doesn't look like him because I forgot the mask. There we go. George is here. Diego's here. The gang's all here. There is nobody else that I need. So I hope nobody else comes on to the show. Because what? Jeremy, what are you doing here?
I literally cannot let this go on. I can't let you be unattended doing this by yourself. I had to jump on to make sure that everything was honky dory.
George is here. Diego's here. It's a trifecta. They're keeping me in check.
Let's be honest, Chris. You're lonely today, aren't you?
I am so lonely that I forgot we had a show today. At 4 o'clock, I got a message from Jeremy that said, is there a show today? I said,
yeah, you doing a show?
expletive. Yeah, it was just things going on today.
Yeah, it's weird. It's been, I feel like the last few weeks, there was all the hype around G-Con and Legions Con and everything. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people after Legions Con were like, oh, are you guys going to kind of get a little bit of time to relax? And we all knew we had the Marley drop, 2 additional shows, Toy Con last weekend, D-Con this weekend. So really it hasn't slowed up all that much for us.
No, it's been great. George left this morning because he had to get away from me as quick as possible. And he'll be back, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, something. If you're out, excuse me. If you're out in California, say hi to George.
Yeah, he's headed out. He's headed out to D-Con. So D-Con, that is this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, correct?
Yes, correct.
And that's going to be George and Jim are going out. Right. Nate is also driving out there, so Nate will be there as well. And then I'm not sure if he's going to be all 3 days, but I know Walter is going to be coming in for part of the show as well.
Right. So yeah, kind of a half street team, half studio.
Yeah, it'll be a good mix.
Yep. And what are we doing there as a studio?
So this is a different show. Obviously, it being West Coast, it's a lot harder for us to, do a huge display and bring a ton of product out there like we would do at something that's closer to the studio. So this particular show is largely an exhibition. We will have some stuff for sale. There will be all 3 brands, Figura, Mythic, and Cosmic Legions, but very small amounts and very limited inventory of those things. So we're
more like visiting than selling.
Yeah, again, there will be stuff there for sale, but when people see the photos from like Legions Con and they see that gigantic, 50 feet worth of table, that's not what we do at we don't really do that at most shows. That's certainly not what we're doing. We still want to be able to get to the West Coast and do a bigger show and have a bigger presence, but it definitely does provide a challenge. So Designer Con is a show that George has, loved for years, been involved with and stuff. So very much this was partially wanting to go out there, support that show,
Right.
be a part of it in a way that made sense. So
Yeah,
for everyone,
that's
you will be able to see some cool stuff. You'll be able to hang out and talk to George and Jim and Nate and everybody,
yeah.
but it's not going to be a massive spread of product.
Yeah, I mean that's his scene. He's into the indie stuff. When he was doing that for however long he claimed he was doing it on Toy Break, getting all the little indie toys, the little kind of one-offs and different things like that from mostly from Decon and from overseas when you go to Japan, stuff like that. So yeah, that was definitely his bread and butter, and now he's relegated to Second Banana.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I like what Dorklair said. Put Slog in people's hands. I think they'll have a Slog out there, right?
Yeah, Slog will be there. Cosmic One will be there, so there'll be a few of them.
Yeah, and so just a mini segue. I already told Jeremy this, but I'm telling the world this. Dorklair for 2023 got his little for his live streams, like his metrics and everything, and for 2023. His top live stream was the one with me and D13. Thanks, Bill. Love
Amazing.
Me.
I don't know what that says about his audience, but congratulations.
Everybody wants some D13, baby. Let's make 2024 twice the size. I still don't know what you're saying. Trophy yellow smiling. I have no idea, baby. Sorry.
Well, you've got some cool stuff too. We dropped the 2024 show calendar a few weeks ago, and it's crazy the amount of shows we're going to be doing. But you're going to be at some of those as well.
Where do we have that? Where was that posted?
It's on the website. So yeah, you can either go to sourcehorseman.com/events, or if you go under the updates tab, there's the events link there. You want me to bring it up?
I'm getting it right now. Be nice if I could actually type correctly. There we go. All right. Sure. So I don't think I've actually looked at it completely. I don't remember. So there we go.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So we've got obviously Decon at top, and that's the first one listed because that one's still part of this year. But we do get January off, but then literally only January, because February 1st, we hit a really big show, MegaCon Orlando. This will be our first time ever in Florida. I know we've got a really good Florida fan base. We saw a number of them traveled up to Toylanta this year. So we're doing this. This is going to be a street team show with Jeff from Slap Happy Toys. Jeff was one of our interns this year. So he's going to be running that show with his team. But a couple of us will be going down to MegaCon like we do with street team shows. There will be a couple members of the studio there as well, hanging out, meeting fans, and having some fun.
Now, the name like MegaCon, is it represented in the actual, attendance?
Yeah,
size of the show?
It's a huge event. This is one of the FanX shows, so it's like Comic-Con style level. It's 4 days. It's Thursday through Sunday. The Friday and Saturday is like 9 to 7. So it's a different. Yeah, we do a lot of toy shows. This year we did Heroes Con, which was more of a Comic-Con style show, and that's what I think MegaCon's going to be. It's going to be a mix of toys and cosplay and gaming and all that stuff.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to go down there and just work the Horseman booth, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that. I will be going to MegaCon. That's one ending.
Yeah. And then in our neighborhood ish.
Yep. So then that same month, the end of the month, we'll be at ZoloCon. And, this past week, I'll talk about this more in my show tonight, but this past week, the ZoloCon figure for this year, the Skullman, Warrior Beast Skullman, that we did for Zolo World. That was revealed. So there's already a lot of buzz around ZoloCon. I know a lot of people who don't normally travel for that show are doing so. ZoloCon's always a really fun event. I always look forward to that. It's a cool venue. It's just a cool weekend out with the studio team. Usually it's our first show of the year. So this will be a little different, it being the second show. Now you're going to be doing ZoloCon as well, right?
I will have my own table at ZoloCon. It'd be cool if I could bring the kids up there. I don't know. We'll see. It's like a 2-hour drive. So
yeah, it's not
cool. They would have to, stay all day or, I don't know. I'd have to figure it out, but probably wouldn't happen, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right by my birthday.
So last year at ZoloCon, is that the one that you came to, did the show, and then had to drive all the way home for something and then came back?
For my Hawaiian Slack Key concert, yes.
Yes.
Which was literally this not the first time I've gone to it either, because I enjoy it. Is literally less than a 10-minute drive from my house. So it's convenient when I'm home.
Yeah,
but
you're in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always around the same time each year, so it might be happening again. We'll see.
Nope.
But it's totally worth it. Totally worth it, because I love those guys. And coincidentally, his name is Uncle George. So go figure. Uncle George Kohomaku, I believe. But yeah, it's great. And then, let me get over there. So I have my table. That'll be 3 days this time.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
VIP night.
Yeah, VIP night. And then we have MuskyCon.
MuskyCon. So that's Pete McCarthy, Petorian from the Furious Four, My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me crew. That's a one-day show that he's been doing for a number of years. We were actually supposed to do that for the first time in 2020, and we had to obviously cancel because of COVID. So last year ended up being the first time that we got to do it, and it's a street team event that Travis ran, but both Corn Boy and Jim went out for it last year. Had a really, really good time. So we're looking forward to getting out there for that again. And this time, while it's a one-day show, it's on a Saturday. My understanding is the night before, the Friday, they're going to do like a Mythic meetup at the hotel. So they're going to have a room. They're going to have like a cash bar and some food and everything. So that's going to be something that'll expand on the show as well. That'll be fun, specifically from a Legion's perspective.
Very cool. And just because you had mentioned it, just giving shout outs and love to CV, who is doing amazing right now. So we all love you and miss
much better. Yeah,
and
our thoughts.
And then after that, we got Toylanta down in Hotlanta.
Yeah, so we did Toylanta for the first time this year. And I think I've said this before, but part of the plan at the start of the year was we're going to do a couple different shows, but we're not going to go back. Every year we do ZoloCon, every year we do ToyCon New Jersey. We said, let's pick a couple shows that we only go to every couple years so we can rotate. And Toylanta was supposed to be one we rotate, but we went and we had such a good time. Yeah. The crowd treated us so well. We had so much fun. The event organizers were so appreciative of us coming down that we couldn't imagine not going back. So we will be back in Toylanta. And one thing that'll be interesting is it's actually not on this page yet because they just are working on the dates. But I happen to know that ToyCon New Jersey is also that same weekend. So we're actually going to split the team, and part of the team will be down in Atlanta for Toylanta that weekend. The other part of the team will be up here doing a more local show at our normal ToyCon New Jersey.
Interesting.
I will be in Atlanta. I already booked my flight. I will be doing Toylanta this year again.
I want to go to Toylanta. I don't know. We'll see. Trying to hit some more shows this year. We'll see how that goes. All right. Kane County Toy Show in Chicago.
Yep. So that's one. That's another street team that we're doing with Travis. I've never been to this show, but I've heard really great things.
Yeah.
We have we have a great fan base in Chicago. We definitely ship a lot of product to Chicago. So it seemed to make sense to get out there and actually do a show. I know when we announced this, a number of people were excited for the Chicago visit. So I'm not sure who's going to be going to that one yet, but that will definitely be a fun show as well. Big, it's supposed to be a huge toy show.
So when I said Chicago,
yeah,
I want to know if anybody got that reference. If you know what that's from, post it.
Not me.
You don't know what it's from? Yeah, I don't know if you would have grown up watching this or not, Jeremy. You're although you do fool me because you seem pretty straight laced, but I think you have a wild side. So I don't know. We'll see. If anyone knows what Chicago's from, post that. I'm going to give you a clue. Post that TV show name. There you go. Yeah. Then we got Shop the Curiosity, which I cannot wait for that. I will be at that one.
It's a fun show. This will be our 3rd year in a row doing that show. Just a little one-day show in Connecticut. That's those. You know, I like the big shows like Toylanta and everything. They're fun to travel and do that. But there's a lot to be said for those local one-day shows that, you know, we don't have to give up the entire weekend. We get to just, you know, drive in, do a show for a few hours, and get home for that night for dinner. There's something to be said about that, and Shop the Curiosity definitely fits that bill.
What's her name again? That runs it?
Completely drawing a blank. I can't remember.
I know. Well, she's super sweet. You know, she was at Legion's Con.
I feel bad. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I know. It's like I could picture her. I remember she took a picture with Simple Tricks and Nonsense. Like I remember everything except her name. But she's really cool. She's starting to talk about the next, you know, the Shop the Curiosity show, the next one. So I was talking with her, and I'll probably, you know, I should probably have a table there, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's awesome.
She is very, very cool.
Then we got.
She actually wanted to buy my troll-sized Balrog at Legion's Con this year, and I ended up I had already been talking to Big Dub about selling it to him, so I felt bad. So I did sell it to Dub.
Denied.
Yep. Maryland Toy Expo would be our first time there as well. So as you're seeing, number of events that we're doing for the first time coming up in 2024. This is a show a guy named Mark Ryan puts on. This will be a street team event that's going to be run by Wolf King Customs. So, this is somewhat local to us. This is not too far.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Nobody's gotten the reference yet. I'll give it a few more minutes. If you know what Chicago is from, if you know what TV show that came from, post it up. No one's gotten it. Matter of fact. No, I'm not giving away a prize for it. You get my sincerest gratitude. How about that? And we got Heroes Con. We're returning to North Carolina and Heroes Con. So with the wonderful Ishwar, Toys R Ish. He is a fun dude.
Yeah, Heroes Con. We did that. So Carla that runs that show is someone that's been a friend of the studio for years. This is what I was talking about earlier. We did Heroes Con this year. Another show we figured we'd do, you know, every once in a while and rotate. But we had a really good Ish and his team absolutely killed it down there. Really looking forward to going back down with them. We had a really, really great Brazilian barbecue dinner while we were down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking forward to some more of that.
Yep. And then Joe Fest, which is also with Ish, and then IshCon, which is also with Ish. What the heck? What the Ish is going on here?
Yeah, so it's three in a row. So Joe Fest will be a smaller show. I'm not sure who will be going out there for that. IshCon's kind of a fun one. That's one to pay attention to. So they're working on the website for that. But that's going to be kind of a special show. So as everyone should know by now, there is no PowerCon date for 2024. So, you know, we're looking for something to do in place of PowerCon. in that like kind of August timeframe. So Ish has done such a great job and his team of running some shows for us, of promoting the brand, that he was already doing this kind of IshCon. He usually does it, I believe, in September, but with the opening in the schedule with no PowerCon, he was able to get a venue for the start of August. So we said, you know what, let's do this show. And it's going to be, again, more information will come out, but it's going to be a fun show because it's going to be kind of like an all-day event where it'll be, like a marketplace type stuff for a few hours in the morning and afternoon. And then I think we're going to do a private Q&A for attendees. So part of the space he rented is more like an amphitheater type area. So we can do actual Q&A with the crowd that will just be for the people that are there. And then that night we'll actually do a reveal special. So anybody who's marking their calendars, August 3rd, you're kind of already getting a little sneak peek that there's going to be a wave that drops on August 3rd.
Got it. Well, Vern got it. It's Married with Children.
There you go.
There you go. And I'll just have to. I got to play the clip now. Sorry. Can take a short intermission. Here we go. Ready? It should be this one.
And now our Action News weather with meteorologist Weather Bunny Kelly Bundy.
Hello, everyone. There is a storm coming to Chicago.
Chicago.
Uh-oh. There's a storm coming to us? What's a storm?
Good enough.
Uh,
That was in the 80s, and that is stuck in my head for 40 years, 35 years. I'm going to go back over to that. Hold on.
I don't know how riveting this episode is today as we just go through the calendar and
there's
attempt
no George. There's no George. Of course it's not riveting. There's nobody.
attempt to
This
fill
face,
the air.
this face right here is not going to complain by itself. All right? And he's not just to look pretty either.
Well, we could wrap it up. ChrisCon, that date's still to be determined, but that's a fun show. Yeah, you came to that this year. That's another, one-day show, another one of those, like I was just saying, that we get to go out for the day, hang out with a bunch of fans and stuff, but don't have to go crazy for a whole weekend.
Yeah, long drive for me.
Yeah, but you got to come and hang out with me for the night and see a little bit of Rhode Island and get some Helado Taiyaki with me.
Hell yeah! I can't wait. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to have a table at ChrisCon or not this year.
Yeah, you have to decide, because if you have a table, that means that I need somebody else to help me work the table.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll have some sort of a yellow alternate demon version. Yellow and blue. That'll be hideous.
So RetroCon, that'll be another. They haven't announced the date yet either, but that'll be Wolf King Customs will be doing that as a street team. And then, of course, as we get to the end of the year, we already announced the Legions Con 2024. We've already sold more rooms at the hotel for next year than we did for this year.
And then what about, is there going to be a DCOM 2024?
There is. They haven't announced the date yet. We will be going to DCON next year as well, but I'm not putting it up there just because I'm waiting. I'm going to imagine they didn't want to announce everything for next year while they're doing this year. So once that information's official, we'll put it up there.
Okay. It's going to be a busy year. There's going to be a lot going on. A lot of planning, a lot of traveling. Can't forget to make toys. Right, George?
No, so we got some cool stuff coming
You
up.
don't make toys to begin with. You suck. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks.
we do have cool stuff happening. You said that Diego's not here for the shipping update, but, the shipping of the Marley figures continues. I've seen some people that are, asking, they're getting panicked because I still don't have my my shipping notice or whatever, don't worry. We've been sending those things out every single day. There is just a lot of orders to go out. So
Yep. Yeah, no, everything's moving. There's nothing holding anything back. I mean, it's just moving as fast as it can.
Yep.
There's only so many things, so many pieces I could ship in a day,
Yep. Just takes a little bit of time. Unfortunately, like we always say, whenever we do one of these in-stock drops, somebody's got to be first. Somebody, unfortunately, is going to be last. So,
way it goes.
Yep.
Don't complain.
Well, good stuff happening, and this shipping process should take us pretty close to the holiday break and everything, and then we'll come back strong. And in that new year, we're going to start seeing those Poxis orders start going out.
Oh yes, there's going to be so much Poxis goodness. It's going to be Poxis overload.
Yep, that'll be great to get those out. That's obviously. It took a while to get Cosmic 1 out. And then when we shipped that early this year, that was kind of like a big weight off our shoulders. I think Poxis is the next big one that, has been this particular process took a while to get some things in place the way we needed. So it'll be great to finally be able to start shipping those. And having played around with and seen the final figures from that, I think people are really, really going to love that wave.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the new tooling, as always, just takes longer. We want to dial everything in, make sure everything is moving, working correctly, and it should be worth the wait because they're beautiful figures. The paints are beautiful, the accessories, the soft goods, all perfect, beautiful. I love it. It's going to be nice to get that out. And, we're trying to get Necro obviously out a lot quicker, and it's moving very well in terms of the fine cuts as we saw last week.
Yep.
So I'm very happy with that. So once we get a couple of corrections on that, we're going to start cutting steel on that, and then, working on the fine cuts, or not the test shots, and dialing in those, getting the fits, getting everything right, and then into production. And that production is going to be crazy, especially with Necronominus and some of those accessories, this whole gear on the top end.
I think two of my most anticipated mythic figures are coming in those Necro waves. The two children, the Belualith and Beradak, the twins. Those two, I'm so excited for. They're such cool figures. Yeah. And I remember talking to Eric and asking if we could make them children of Necronominus and if we could make them twins. And the fact that we got to do that, I just think they're a fun duo of characters. So I can't wait for them.
Yeah. Where was it? I mean, yes. We try to provide as much update as we can when it is available.
I mean, there's something to talk about for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We try to keep everyone up to date, on the show, on social media, email, the whole nine, newsletter,
right on the website. I mean, any time that we have an update to share, we update the list right on the homepage of the website. So
yep. And that's been since day one.
Yep, we do try to be very, very transparent with that stuff. We will never. I met someone at Toy Fair this year, and they asked me. It was a retailer, and they said, "How accurate are your shipping estimates?" And I looked him right in the face, and I said, "Not at all." And he laughed, and he was like, "I appreciate the honesty." And I was like, "No, I mean, we have the best intentions, but there's so much that has to happen, and there's so many parts of the process that can delay things."
Right.
And I told him, I said, the thing that I can promise you is we won't compromise, and we won't rush something out just to get it out, and we're going to over communicate what the process is. And they absolutely they signed on as a retailer, so that didn't scare them away, but they appreciated the candor of us, being honest with the fact that there are delays, but we do everything we can to.
And it's you try to anticipate the unpredictable, but you can't anticipate everything, and sometimes things just come from left field, and you just try to handle it as best as you can.
It's so much more complex. I mean, for the years of being, just a toy consumer, a toy fan versus what I know now being, part of the studio and on the inside,
Right.
It is significantly more complex than I thought it was. And, one of the things that I think some people don't always understand is that one stupid part can delay an entire wave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And that's why, even, with something like Marley, a single figure is easier to get out on a tight schedule because there are fewer variables. There's only one figure you have to dial in to get it out. When you've got an entire wave, one or two little problems that slow things up slows up the entire wave.
Right.
Yep.
And it's frustrating. But
Very.
try and do what we can, the best we can. That's all you can do,
But looking ahead, I know that as we end 2023, probably in the next few weeks, I'll do a recap show on my nightly show, my weekly show about, this particular year and, looking ahead to 2024. But, we've already started talking a little bit about 25th anniversary, 10-year anniversary of Mythic Legions. I'm really excited for what we've got coming next year.
Yes, there is a lot of cool stuff. We are doing nothing at all. Nothing.
Keep the
It's
secrets.
boring year.
Keep the secrets. It's going to be fun now.
You talking to the master of secret keepings?
I was actually, when you messaged me and said, do you want to jump on? I'm actually working on some of the secrets for next year right now.
4 horsemen and 4 horsemen o'clock. Secrets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kept in Jacob Marley's safe.
It is. And that's cool. You know what? I will say this about the safe, because there's been a lot of back and forth about the item that is in the safe and when is it safe to show and all that. I mean, it's cool. I went out and I said, there are so few genuine surprises in the world, in the toy collecting community, that I think it's really cool. If you got that figure and you opened that safe and you were surprised and you were delighted, holding back sharing that with other people so others who haven't gotten their shipment in yet can get that same kind. That's just cool. That's a neat thing to do. And I do appreciate that the community. There have been some people that have posted it and, it's going to happen, but I do appreciate that. For the most part, people have tried to keep that as secret as possible.
Dude, look who's watching us. I feel honored. Simple Tricks and Nonsense. Dude.
They're gonna have. I think we're gonna see them at a few shows this year, and they're gonna be bringing their Legions love for sure. They killed it at Legions Con, so
dude,
I'm excited.
I couldn't stop gushing to them.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they bring out for 2024.
Yeah, man, and they're just gonna casually knock it out of the park as always. It was great. Oh God. Oh no.
Did you see what Trevor did on his show when he showed what was in the safe?
Who did it?
Trevor.
No, what was it?
So he opened the safe. Remember the photo he took of Swig that he put that little potion bottle in Swig's hand, and everyone freaked out that Swig didn't come with the potion bottle? He put the little potion bottle in the safe and he said, "Look, it's Swig's potion bottle."
Ouch.
Ouch. Which it's not. Which it's not, by the way. He did that and then didn't actually verbally say, "Oh, I'm just kidding." So yeah, it's not actually Swig's potion bottle.
Trevor.
But there are potion bottles coming with the Poxis wave, so you can certainly give Swig some potion bottles.
Mm-hmm. he's sorry. Eventually, this cough will go away. This is killing me.
James is saying, take care of that cough, brother. We need you.
Dude, this cough has been for like 3 weeks. Last week, week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know. It just won't quit. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Just give me a headache right in here. Just
Sure.
At the end of the day, my brain is rattling.
Do we have anything else to cover, or are we going to let these people go?
No, I think I need a swig of Swig's potion.
Sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
for everyone watching, 2 things to know. Number 1, today is the last day for the Ghost of Jacob Marley. The stock that we are selling now, we actually took that stock from our reserves that we have set aside for shows and future sales and stuff. So anything that's not gone by the end of today, we're just going to put back into that reserve inventory. So if you have been waiting on the Ghost of Jacob Marley, today is your last day to do that from Store Horseman. Besides that, join me on my show this evening at 7:30. Kent Poole from Kent Poole Collects is going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about all the news that's been happening, everything that's been going on. So that's at Mythic Customs here on YouTube.
All right. Anything else you want to say, George?
Can we turn this off?
We end the show.
Show.
You know, it looks like George is bleeding out of his mouth now. So gross. George, I love you. You lug. Oh no, it's the Kool-Aid Man all along. Oh yeah.
Come see us this weekend. Decon.
Yes. And take a picture with George. I don't know.
Yes.
All right. So see you later. Everybody watch Jeremy tonight. More secret time. Bye.